Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order. The invocation will be led by Commissioner Cody.
Let us pray. Keep us, good Lord, under the shadow of your mercy in this time of uncertainty and distress. Sustain and support the anxious and fearful. Lift up all who are brought low, that we may rejoice in your comfort, knowing that nothing can separate us from your love in Christ Jesus our Lord. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first order of business, or motion to approve the minutes from the April 30th meeting.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of bills, Mr. Postal.
Okay, I have to approve the bills. There aren't that many because of we just have 1 week. Accounts payable total $307,205.50. Payroll is $299,304.37. And in the 911 account, we have 4 checks and 3 EFTs totaling $5,275.57. I will make a motion to pay these bills.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
Our starting balance was $1,139,596. We had deposits of $1,195,547.98. We transferred $10,000 from Act 152. We had interest of $886.78. We agree with the reading of the bills by Commissioner Postals, leaving us an ending balance of $1,739,477.45. Our liquid fuels account has $388,823.79. Our liquid Act 89 has $326,657.79. Our 911 has $370,150.16. Our LEPC has $39,547.20. Our local use fund has $427,927.04. And our capital reserve has $11,238,600.11. It's all subject to audit.
Thank you. Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meetings and events, Mr. Postal.
All right, during the week, these are all call-in meetings for the CEDACOG Natural Gas Executive Committee, JVBDS Executive Committee meeting. I also participated in the Senator Corman's call-in tele-town meeting yesterday. All of the commissioners had met to discuss cybersecurity for elections and sanitation of polling places. We all met and had a COVID update, which we will hear again later on the agenda. And we had various internal meetings with department heads. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Cody.
At 2 Board of Elections Retiring Committee, we've had several COVID-19 updates at internal meetings. I'd like to once again thank Roger Hurto from MCTV, the head honcho, for being here today and keeping the meetings available to the public. Thank you, Roger.
Thank you, Kevin. I also had election board, retirement board, COVID-19 meetings, and numerous internal meetings. Public comment. Hearing none, we're moving on. New business update from Phil Lucas, Director of Emergency Management.
Good morning, everyone, and again, thank you for everything everybody's doing in this troubling times. Just as an update and a cautionary note, some of these numbers that I'm about to talk about are produced at different times. So the case count that we have is official as of yesterday. Center County has 113 cases with 1 death. Huntington County has 60 cases. Juniata has 86 cases and 1 death. Mifflin has 45, and Snyder County has 33 with 1 death. Hospitals, currently Center County has 5 COVID patients. Blair County has 6 COVID patients, with 4 of them on ventilators. And Mifflin County has 2 COVID patients, with both of them on ventilators. The surprising numbers that are coming out are from prisons. Rockview has 2 corrections officers who have COVID, but Huntington, SCI Huntington has 32 corrections officers with COVID, but they have 108 prisoners as of this morning who tested positive for COVID. Yesterday that number was 26. So yeah, we are currently working regionally with the Department of Health and Department of Corrections in planning how we're going to deal with these shocking numbers from SCI Huntington. It is the correctional institution with the most prisoners that are infected, and because of the rural nature of our area, we are making plans that those prisoners who do need hospitalized wind up being transported to the Altoona area, Mount Nittany Medical Center, and eventually they'll be coming here to Mifflin County at Geisinger-Lewistown Hospital. It sounds like most of the patients will be going to the west, to UPMC facilities, and possibly as this evolves, they may wind up transporting more and more prisoners further west towards Pittsburgh. But it's a capacity issue. Talking with all of the hospitals in the region that's currently affected, all the hospitals are positioned very well. Most of the hospitals are moving towards opening up to full services, allowing elective surgeries, things like that. There are designated areas within the hospitals that are set for COVID patients are essentially empty, with 1 or 2 patients each. So we do have the capacity to deal with that. Adversely, it may wind up long-term affecting when our region may be able to go to yellow as opposed to staying in the red. So that's one thing to be aware of and ask those questions as some of those opportunities come up with our state representatives. Nursing homes continue. Well over 65% of the deaths in the state are in nursing homes. I don't have the current number of deaths in Pennsylvania. I believe it's in the low 3,000s, but 2,100 of those deaths are in nursing homes. And that continues to be, again, our largest risks across the state. We're not getting very much information from the Department of Health, but we do expect that we should plan on social distancing through spring and most of summer, and probably using masks during most of that. And all the initial reports, again, not officially from the Department of Health, but from all the media sources, we should expect, 1, as all the businesses open, and 2, as we have cold and flu season through fall, that we'll probably wind up going through the same process we currently are.
Okay, questions for Phil?
You know, Phil, since you brought up the phasing from red to yellow to eventually green, I think I should point out that, because this was asked of us, Commissioner Kodish had drafted a letter. We all signed the letter that was an appeal to the governor to consider Mifflin County moving from red to yellow. And this was before, I have to emphasize, before that decision was made last week, because we had an inkling that there would be a decision made in Mifflin County would be for some reason put in a region that includes Lebanon and Dauphin and York, Lancaster County, which makes no sense. But our appeal was to no avail. So we congratulate the cities of Erie and Williamsport and Sunbury and our neighbors in Center and Union and Snyder right down the road, and just hope that reasonableness will prevail in the near future, and we could open up our small businesses as they are opening up theirs safely and responsibly. And we'll just have to wait and see.
Currently, each of our counties are having small increases daily, 1, 2, and 3 per day. So other than cluster issues, obviously SCI Huntington's a significant cluster issue. We've not seen any type of other cluster activity throughout our region, as we had with Juniata County initially. So even there, they've slowed down. Snyder County's been holding steady, so social distancing and wearing a mask have made a difference. Hopefully, again, the SCI Huntington issue doesn't adversely affect us because they don't report where the guards live. And, fortunately, the guard number appeared to be steady. There were 32, and I think that may have increased 1 or 2 in the last day or so. So, again, hopefully that cluster is contained, but it's going to be significant for overall health care.
Okay, thanks, Bill. We have an election update by Commissioner Cody.
All right, as we all know, the primary election was moved because of the COVID-19 situation to June the 2nd. We have a very fluid situation with regards to the primary election. We're going to be consolidating several polling precincts. Those are in the works right now. Whenever they're finalized, they'll be given to all media, and all voters who are affected will be notified by mail as well. For instance, Huntington has 58 voter precincts. They've cut their precincts from 58 down to 26. Now here in Mifflin County, we don't have that number of precincts. We have 26, but we're looking to get down to 15 or 16 as a total. So we're investigating options there, and hopefully we'll have those finalized within the next couple of days. And we don't expect that to cause turmoil at the polls, because with the new mail-in option, our election offices received well over 2,000 applications for ballots for mail-in. So a lot of people are taking advantage of that. And I'd like to read some information regarding that so everyone is aware. You can complete a mail-in or absentee ballot application online at votespa.com. You can also print an application from that site, or you can contact the Department of State and request an application by emailing ra-voterreg@pa.gov or calling 1-877-VOTES-PA. That's VOTES-PA. You can also print these applications under the Voter Registration Department tab on the Mifflin County website. You can also get a printed application at the courthouse. These applications are in the foyer, as the courthouse is still open to the public for that purpose. You can also call the Elections and Voter Registration Department at the courthouse at 248-6571, option 1. They will mail you an application. A mail-in application is for no excuse absentee voting. An absentee application is only for people who will be absent from the municipality or have a physical disability preventing them from going to the polls. If you choose to become a permanent mail-in or absentee, you will receive a ballot for the primary and the general election, and in the following years, you will automatically receive a mail-in or absentee application. The last day to register to vote in the primary is May the 18th. The last day to apply for a mail-in or absentee is May 26th. The election office hopes to have the majority of the mail-in ballots set out by the end of next week. You can return these through the mail, or you can return them in person at the courthouse once we're open up. You have until 8 p.m. on election night. In other words, as long as the polls are open, to return those ballots. Only the voter can bring in their own ballot. They cannot bring in someone else's ballot. For more information, you can also attend the Department of State webinar held each Tuesday. That'll be going on through May 26th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Participants must register in advance. This information has been posted on Mifflin County alerts and the Mifflin County election pages on the website, and also under the news and announcements on the Mifflin County website. You can also find that on the Department of State website at votespa.com. As far as safety at the polls, the state and the county are providing poll workers with gloves, disinfectant, masks, and hand sanitizer. With the amount of mail-in ballots, we do not expect the polls to be as busy. Voters will be asked to be respectful of the poll workers, as many fall into the high-risk category, and maintain social distancing guidelines, as well as wearing masks while voting. It is also suggested to bring your own black ink pen. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Kevin. This is EMS Week. We have a proclamation. EMS Week is May 17th to the 23rd of 2020. And Commissioner Postal will be reading that proclamation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is to designate the week of May 17th through the 23rd, 2020 as Emergency Medical Services Week. Whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, and whereas the members of the EMS team are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And whereas emergency medical services has grown to fill a gap by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. And whereas the EMS system consists of emergency medical responders, emergency medical technicians, advanced emergency medical technicians, paramedics, pre-hospital registered nurses, pre-hospital physician extenders, pre-hospital EMS physicians, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, emergency department personnel, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of EMS teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills, and whereas the EMS providers within Mifflin County, as have their brothers and sisters throughout the nation, demonstrated exemplary dedication to mission and concern for overall public health and safety in preparing for and responding to potential pandemic-related incidents relative to COVID-19 virus. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of EMS providers by designating Emergency Medical Services Week. Now therefore, we, the Mifflin County Commissioners, in recognition of this event, do hereby proclaim the week of May 17th to the 23rd, 2020 as Emergency Medical Services Week, with the theme, EMS Strong, Ready Today, Preparing for Tomorrow, and encourage the citizens of Mifflin County to join us in observing this week and recognizing our local EMS agencies and providers. Proclaim this 7th day of May, 2020, Mifflin County Commissioners Sunderland, Postal, and Kodesh. Make a motion to proclaim EMS Week.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have Tim Nilsson and Mike Calder in here. Would one of you like to come up and accept this proclamation?
There you go, properly signed. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank you for your service.
Thank you. Good to say a few words.
I'm accepting this on behalf of the Seven Mountains EMS Council as president. In Mifflin County, we have approximately 163 providers answering calls. And in 2019, the county services here responded to just under 10,000 emergencies. So I'm accepting this on behalf of all of them, and it's our privilege to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a proclamation, May is Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month, and that proclamation will be read by Commissioner Cody.
Okay, proclamation, Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month, May 2020. Whereas the safety of all Pennsylvania motorists is an issue of the highest consequence, and all highway users should unite in the safe sharing of roadways throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And whereas motorcycle riding is a popular form of recreation and transportation for thousands of people across the Commonwealth and our nation. And whereas the Commonwealth's licensed motorcyclists are required to keep their vehicles inspected and obey current laws relative to operators' safety equipment. And whereas in efforts to reduce the number of motorcycle crashes and fatalities, the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation encourages all motorcyclists to take advantage of free training courses through Pennsylvania's Motorcycle Safety Program and pledge to be one less fatality by visiting www.livefreeridealive.com. And whereas it is especially important that the citizens of our Commonwealth be aware of motorcyclists on the streets and highways and recognize the importance of staying alert, practicing safe driving techniques, and promoting motorcycle safety. And whereas during the month of May, the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, the Alliance of Bikers Aimed Toward Education of Pennsylvania, which is ABATE, and the Pennsylvania Motorcycle Dealers Association, PMDA, will continue their advocacy of motorcycle safety. Therefore, in recognition of motorcycle safety on our Commonwealth's roads and highways, we, the Commissioners of Mifflin County, do hereby proclaim May 2020 as Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. We encourage all motorcyclists to continue their efforts to promote safety and motorcycle awareness, and all drivers to share the road and respect the unique safety needs of motorcyclists. Proclaimed the 7th day of May 2020, Mifflin County Commissioners Sunderland, Postal, and Kovish. I make a motion to approve this proclamation.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Mr. Peterson, would you like to come forward and accept the proclamation?
Yes.
Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's a real trying time, I guess, you know what I'm saying? We had to cancel our motorcycle awareness and bicycle giveaway this year, which is a real blow to us because it's become such a big thing in this community and people look forward to it. There's going to be a lot of disappointed children this year. One thing that does worry us this year is because of the pandemic, nobody's been driving. So when they turn us to yellow or whatever, now we've been practicing our social distancing, you know, biker style, but with people getting on the road now, they're not going to be looking for motorcycles. They're going to be worried about driving and getting back out of their houses and stuff, so it's a real concern to us. So we're going to try to promote motorcycle safety, you know, look out for us, and that type of thing. Just put that in the back of your head because it's going to be pretty trying here in the end of this pandemic situation. So hopefully by July, when we get into real full riding, people will be aware of us on this. But I do thank you for this. I appreciate having me here at this meeting. I know we're not taking pictures this week, this time, but that's fine. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have a request for exoneration of county real estate tax bills and relieve the tax collector from collecting these bills. Parcel located in Meadow Township, the school was added to the incorrect parcel and will be rebuilt with the August supplemental billing at around $76.48. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We have a request for refund of a portion of county real estate taxes. We have 3 parcels. One first was located in Wayne Township. Fire destroyed the house. The amount's $247.27. We have a parcel located in Oliver Township. The structure was removed in the amount of $105.24. And a second parcel in Wayne Township. The mobile home was removed in the amount of $520.05. Is there a motion to approve?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have a program modification request from the Mifflin County Intermediate Punishment Plan requesting an additional $4,741. Mr. Woodfield.
Yes. We were just making the request for the amount of money requested there. And this is just due to staff changes and picking up different staff members on the ground. There were no other changes made to the project, and the end date for the project is June 30th.
This money part on the grant.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Notice of intent, request an election security grant fund.
These are funds that have been allocated to Pennsylvania. This election security grant funds and also the CARES Act grant have been federal appropriations. Pennsylvania gets not sure how much, I think it's in the letter here, $15.1 million under election security, $14.15 million under the CARES Act, and it will be distributed to counties per formula. Mifflin County is eligible for $20,506.39 under election security and $17,572.19 under the CARES Act grant. We haven't decided whether to draw down all that money. We are exploring what is eligible and what isn't. This is an intent, however, to draw down some of that money once we decide what we're going to be asking for later on.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve each and I both those notices of intent requested.
Both of them? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have a resolution number 36 of 2020 authorizing Emergency Management Director Phil Lucas to submit a public assistance grant agreement.
This grant agreement application allows us to access federal and state funds as part of the emergency declaration for the COVID-19 response. Typically, disaster relief funds of this nature are limited for counties and non-governmental organizations for the 2 days surrounding the most significant impact of the emergency due to the scope of the pandemic being nationwide and for an unknown period of time. The federal government has elected to allow this application to cover a period extending from, I believe, March 1st, and it's open-ended until the declaration has been declared closed by the federal government, which could be several months. So at this point, we're making the application for emergency protective measures at the county level and for all county agencies, school districts, lower levels of government, townships, boroughs, and some non-governmental organizations that provide support in emergency actions such as food banks, emergency sheltering, and that type are also eligible to apply for funding. So our goal is to apply for actions taken from March 26th backwards and then maintain a list of emergency actions taken from that point forward and apply for the reimbursement of those funds periodically. We believe we'll be eligible to receive 75% of eligible costs back from the federal government and the state.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Under personnel, we have the resignation of Deputy Coroner Michael Sheep effective May 1st, 2020. We have the hiring of Cole Kellison for probation officer effective May 18th, 2020. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. No further business, we stand adjourned.